Here's the shocking truth about championship teams. They're not supposed to struggle against winless opponents. But that's exactly what happened when the Kansas City Chiefs barely scraped by the New York Giants 22-9 on Sunday night. And it raises some uncomfortable questions about their championship DNA. Written by Jesse Newell and David Carrillo-Peñalosa. Let's establish the context first. The Chiefs entered this matchup sitting at 0-2 for the season, having fallen to two powerhouse teams that remain unbeaten and are widely considered legitimate Super Bowl threats. So when they faced off against the completely winless New York Giants at MetLife Stadium on Sunday evening, this should have been their golden opportunity to get back on track. Instead, Kansas City delivered a performance that was anything but convincing, managing to secure their inaugural victory of the season with a 22-9 scoreline that prevented what would have been their first 0-3 start since way back in 2011. And here's where it gets controversial. Should a team with championship aspirations really be struggling this much against clearly inferior opposition? To put this in perspective for those newer to following the Chiefs, back in 2011, when they last started 0-3, Romeo Crennel was calling the shots as head coach. Just 2 seasons later, Andy Reid stepped into the Kansas City coaching role and completely transformed the franchise's trajectory. Since Reid's arrival, the Chiefs have been nothing short of dominant, securing playoff berths in an impressive 11 out of the past 12 seasons, advancing to 5 Super Bowl appearances, and claiming 3 championship titles. But here's the harsh reality that every football fan should understand. Historically speaking, no NFL team has ever managed to reach the Super Bowl after stumbling to an 0-3 start. However, and this is the part most people miss, there have been 3 remarkable exceptions of teams that overcame 0-2 beginnings to capture the ultimate prize. The 1993 Dallas Cowboys, the 2001 New England Patriots, and the 2007 New York Giants. Yet even with this historical precedent offering hope, the Chiefs looked absolutely nothing like a championship-caliber squad during their first-half performance on Sunday. This comes just 7 months after their heartbreaking defeat to the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl LIX. Making matters worse, the sideline drama between Travis Kelce and Andy Reid erupted once again, raising questions about team chemistry at the worst possible time. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes completed 22 of his 37 passing attempts, accumulating 224 yards through the air, along with 1 touchdown pass. That crucial scoring strike finally materialized during the opening drive of the second half, a 5-yard connection to Tyquan Thornton that extended Kansas City's advantage to 16-6. The duo connected again later for a spectacular 33-yard reception that perfectly set up running back Kareem Hunt's 1-yard touchdown plunge in the fourth quarter, effectively sealing the victory. Thornton, who concluded the evening with 5 receptions for 71 yards, truly stepped into the spotlight while key offensive weapons, Xavier Worthy, nursing a shoulder injury, and Rashee Rice, serving a suspension, remained unavailable. The offensive unit appeared completely out of sync throughout the first half. Even reliable kicker Harrison Butker, who successfully converted his initial 2 field goal attempts, inexplicably missed his 3rd opportunity, a very manageable 40-yard attempt. This miss coincided with the heated sideline exchange where Reid physically bumped Kelce, who managed just 4 catches for a modest 26 yards while clearly expressing his frustration. With less than 2 minutes remaining in the opening half, the defense surrendered a 13-yard touchdown run to Cam Scatterbo. However, the score remained deadlocked at 6-6 thanks to an outstanding special teams play by Ashton Gillott, who blocked Jamie Gillan's extra point attempt. Interestingly, Gillan, who typically serves as New York's punter, was forced into kicking duties because regular kicker Graham Gano was declared questionable before the game due to a groin injury. As the first half wound down, defensive back Jaylen Watson made a crucial interception, picking off a Russell Wilson pass that was intended for star receiver Malik Neighbors in the end zone. The secondary unit effectively contained Neighbors, limiting him to just 2 receptions for 13 yards while generating 2 interceptions against Wilson. Here are the essential takeaways from this pivotal matchup. The drive that could define their season. Earlier in the week, Mahomes openly stated his curiosity about how his team would handle the adversity that comes with an 0-2 start. Little did anyone know that the Chiefs would need to elevate their performance under even more challenging circumstances before delivering their most impressive possession of the entire season. Despite Kansas City appearing to be on the brink of complete chaos following a penalty-filled first half and the public sideline confrontation between Reid and Kelce, Mahomes provided the team with desperately needed leadership and stability as they emerged from the halftime break with a signature drive that showcased his elite quarterback abilities. The Chiefs methodically marched 74 yards over 11 carefully executed plays, demonstrating innovative rushing concepts combined with pinpoint third down accuracy. The sequence reached its climax when Mahomes masterfully looked off a potential pass to Kelce before delivering a perfectly placed 5-yard touchdown strike to Thornton in the back corner of the end zone. This critical sequence not only restored Kansas City's lead to 16-6, but potentially prevented the season from spiraling into an unfortunate trajectory during what appeared to be the team's most turbulent moment of the year. Jesse Newell, Chiefs beat writer, defensive unit finally shows championship form. The Chiefs' secondary unit was absolutely dreadful in their Week 1 encounter against the Los Angeles Chargers, then completely flipped the script with a dominant performance the following week against the Eagles. So what transpired in Week 3? Perhaps the most encouraging early season development for Kansas City's championship hopes emerged in their defensive backfield. The team once again received exceptional contributions from their defensive backs, with Watson and Chris Roland-Wallace each recording interceptions, marking the team's first 2 takeaways of the young season. But these 2 weren't the only defensive players who excelled on Sunday evening. Safety Brian Cook consistently made impactful plays throughout the game, before unfortunately exiting with a late-game neck injury, while Shamari Connor continued demonstrating significant improvement following his challenging opening week performance. Newell Mahomes finally gets the offensive support he desperately needed. With Rice and Worthy still sidelined, the Chiefs entered this week facing their most pressing question: which player was best positioned to emerge as a reliable offensive weapon to support Mahomes? The Chiefs may have discovered their answer after the lightning-fast Thornton delivered clutch performances when it mattered most. Holding a 7-point advantage, Kansas City confronted a crucial 3rd and 10 situation that presented a challenging scenario, especially considering Butker's inconsistent performance this season. Mahomes, with exceptional help from his receiver, bailed the Chiefs out of this precarious situation by throwing across his body to connect with his emerging top target. Somehow, Thornton managed to secure a spectacular 33-yard contested reception just in front of the end zone. According to NFL Next Gen Stats, this remarkable catch was completed despite facing just a 15.7% completion probability. And while the Chiefs couldn't have predicted it at the time, their strategic decision to recruit Thornton, a 2022 New England Patriots second-round draft selection, to their practice squad late last year has emerged as one of their most valuable personnel decisions for the current season. Newell, photo of Kareem Hunt celebrating after his 1-yard TD run, Vincent Carcietta, IMAG Images. Here's what I want to know from you. Are we witnessing the early struggles of a championship team finding its rhythm? Or are these warning signs of a dynasty in decline? The Chiefs have historically thrived under pressure, but this performance against a winless Giants team raises legitimate concerns about their championship readiness. What's your take? Are you buying into the championship teams find a way to win narrative? Or do you think Kansas City's lackluster performance exposes deeper problems that could derail their season? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I have a feeling this debate is going to get heated.